Hello everyone, today I'm bringing you a video on how to do beanies. This is the way I do it. So over here we have a beanie, and over here we have my hoop. What we're gonna need some aqua to put it on the top. We're gonna need a scissors, and then we're gonna need some of these clips so to keep our beanie on place. Okay, so the way I do it, I seen like some people, they use the hoop, you know, like they put it like this, and then when they start like doing the stitches and they're done with their job, and then take it off from the hoop, the cloth or the beanie is a stretch, but when you take it out from there, it's gonna go back to normal and the design is not gonna look good. So over here I have one that I haven't done. I've done like some of them. As you can see, this is the one that I did. It's not a stretch, it looks good. And the way I do this, it's called floating. So what you do, it's you don't put the beanie on the hoop. So what you do is that you're gonna put it just on top over here, and then it's gonna start like doing the design. The stitches is gonna be like over here without like stretching the beanie. So the way I do it, I already did one over here, so I'm gonna do one over here at the bottom. We're gonna put some adhesive. This is the one that I use. So just a little bit adhesive so we can keep our beanie on place, you know. So I'll show you how I do it. So this is the beanie. What we're gonna do, we're gonna like flip it. As you can see, it's this way. So when you flip, be careful with this, because when you try to put this thing upside down, sometimes people have made the mistake that when they're doing the design is upside down. So you gotta be careful with that. So what I do, I just like flip it like this, and then since I'm doing my design at the bottom, so I'm gonna put my hoop over here, and then over here I have two lines to like center my beanie, and then all I do is just put it like this. Let me make sure you are checking this. So the design is gonna be over here, and then over here on the top you have a line too. So you're gonna have like a good eye to make sure that you're putting it on place. You put it in the middle, and then you're not doing it too low, to the left or to the right. So after that, what we're gonna do, after we try to center the beanie, so what we're gonna do, just gonna use these clips to keep it in place. And then sorry about my hand in the middle. So over here on the top, we're not gonna have any problem. The problem is over here at the bottom. So this is what I do. I try to fold it a little bit, and then with the this is called tearaway. With the tearaway, what I'm gonna do is just gonna hold this to stretch it a little bit, you know, like just one side of the beanie, not the one that we are gonna stitch. Okay, so like stretch a little bit, not this part but the other side, and then just like put it like that. You can try to stretch this by holding it over here to make sure that sometimes the machine is like stitching and this thing is in the middle, it might get caught and then it's gonna mess up everything. Okay, so you can put another one on this side. Let me put another one on the other side too, to make sure we have like some space. And this is the way I do it. Okay, so over here is where we're gonna stitch our design, like facing like upside down. The beanie is upside down, but the design is like facing you, like the way it is, you know. So you don't have to flip this. So this is how it's gonna be stitched, like facing you, and this is how I'm gonna put it on my machine. After we have it like this, what we're gonna do, we're gonna put our topping. This is the aqua topping. This is something that when you put water, it's gonna dissolve. So what I do, I just put it like a little bit more than like the top, on the top. So, and then try to like get it in the middle, right? So in that way the stitches are not gonna sink. So because if you don't put this, the design is gonna be like, it's gonna go through, and then sometimes you might break the fabric, because the stitches are like, sometimes you have to put like stitches on top of another stitches, and then the needle is gonna go through, and then after so many times like going through, it's gonna be like a time when the needle is gonna break the cloth or the beanie, whatever you're stitching. Okay, so this is how I do it. Like I said, this is called floating, and I don't like to hoop the beanie, and to me this been, like I said, it's been working fine. I don't have any problems, and look at the design that I made. Right now I'm working on 30 of this, and then they all been doing good. So I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna put it on the machine. Okay, so once you have it here, like I said, I'm gonna put it in my machine. Okay, so it's gonna go like that. The stitches are gonna be over here on top, and then like I said, this thing, the aqua topic, is like to make sure the stitches are not gonna sink in, you know. Okay, over here in my machine I have the design that I'm gonna do. So as you can see, this is the hoop, and then it's gonna stitch all the way on the top, but on my hoop I put it on the bottom. So what we're gonna do, it's let me show you, let me lower this a little bit. So what I'm gonna do is go back, and then over here I'm gonna move the design like all the way to the bottom, because that's what I needed. Okay, so and then after that I'm gonna trace it to make sure my design is not like all the way to the bottom. Right there it looks like it's a little, like it needs to go a little up, because otherwise on the hoop it's not gonna look good. I'll show you. So you can see it's like all the way at the bottom, so I needed to go a little bit more to the top. So you have to figure out like where you want your design, so you have to trace it. So let's say over here is good on this side, on the right side, the bottom, on the top. So on the top I'm just gonna leave it there, and then I'll show you over here what I did. So what I do is just like put it on the top, and then just like trace it to the left, to the right, make sure it's center. I go to the center again, to the bottom, to the top, and then I see over there on the hoop like if the design is gonna look good. So you have to have a good eye to make sure that you are doing it well. And then after that we have our design like wherever we want it, and then we are ready to start embroidering our beanies. Okay, so I'm gonna put the colors that it's telling me. Oh, sorry. So I'll show you over here. So I need to put the blue color first, and then I'll show you how this thing is gonna start stitching. So sometimes you have to be careful, because since we're not using glue or nothing is holding the aqua topic, so you gotta make sure that this thing is not gonna move or it's gonna go like everywhere, because sometimes it gets caught and then might messed up everything. So okay, so right there, and then we start stitching. Let's try to center this thing. Okay, there you go, right there, because in that way it's gonna be easier for the needle to move, and then this thing is not gonna like drag the aqua topic. So all we have to do is just like press, and then once it starts like stitching, this thing is gonna hold in place. As you can see, I want to move the camera a lot. As you can see, it's gonna start like as long as you get like a few stitches, you don't have to worry about this thing like moving, you know, especially if the design is a little big, it's gonna move all the way over here, so you don't have to worry about the rest. And like I said, try to keep this area clear, because otherwise sometimes it happened to me that before that this thing like this right now, this thread is giving me a hard time. The blue one, I don't know why, it's like, I think it's like too tight on the it came from fabric like this. So sometimes you have to make sure, you gotta keep an eye on this, and then check the needle, check the thread, make sure that it's doing well. Sometimes it's like you have to keep an eye on it all the time, make sure, like I said, this thing is not gonna get caught with the needle or something else. Something else might happen to this thing while it's like doing the stitches. Like right now it says bobbin is almost empty. So what I'm gonna do, because like I said, I've been doing a lot of them, so I'm just gonna replace the bobbin to make sure that everything's going well. So all you have to do is just open this thing and then put the new one, remove the old one, the empty one, and then put this new. This one goes like this for this machine, and that's all we had to do. Let me drag this thing, drag a little bit, and then put this thing back in place. You don't have to move anything else. So all you have to do is just like stop, cut the thread, and then put the new one, remove the old one, and that's it. So over here everything's good, so just like lower your feet and it's ready to go back. As simple as that. So you have to have your bobbin ready, you know. Okay, so this is how it's gonna start, like doing the blue one, and it's gonna take, it says it takes 20 minutes to do this design. And then again, this thread is giving me issues, but it's only the blue one, I don't know why. But anyway, it's part of the job, and then you have to be careful when you're doing this, because this is for a customer, and you gotta make sure that everything's gonna go well, and then the design is gonna look good, because you are charging the customer for this. Okay, so okay, here we go again. But like I said, it's because I don't know, I think that the thread is like too tight. Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna stop the video, and then I'll show you when it's almost done, and then how I'm gonna remove it and the final design. So this is how the embroidery is going to be done. As you can see, the finish. I'm just going to lift this thing, and then I will show you the final result. Okay, so here it is, and all we have to do is just like remove this aqua topic. It's very easy to break, as you can see. Very easy to remove. And on top of that, what we have to do, we have to cut the extra thread that it's like jumping from one to another, and I'll show you the final result. Okay, so here we have it. All we have to do is just remove the clips, and over here the glue that it was holding our design in place, all we had to do is just like tear this up, because that's what it's called, tearaway. So I always like to be careful, you know, I'm not trying to pull the design, but just to like remove the paper, try to break it, not try to like pull it, because you can break the beanie. So as you can see, this is what we're gonna leave. And there's another thing that you can put on top of this if you don't want to leave it like the way it is, you know, sometimes it looks kind of dirty. So this is gonna be our design, our beanie. And as you can see, I'll show you, the fabric doesn't look stretched, you know, there's no wrinkles or anything. It looks good. I think this one, it's kind of perfect, you know, because it's in the middle. It's not that like, I tried always to make sure that it's not like, I think it looks a little more to the right, but I mean, it's not like a big difference, it's just a little bit. But like I said, you have to play with it. And then as you can see, it doesn't look like stretch. The design looks good. That's what they call it, floating, because you know you are not stretching the fabric. Okay, to remove the extra aqua topping, what you're gonna do is just gonna put a little bit of water, and then just like cut the extra thread. And as you can see, the aqua topping is gonna dissolve, so it's gonna go away, and that's all you have to do. Okay, I'll show you. So it's gone, so you know the extra one. So obviously on the O has a little bit, but I mean, other than that, it looks good. It's getting a little wet, but that's fine. And this is the final result. Like I said, I've done a few over here, and they all look good to me. I mean, I still have to remove like some of the extra thread, but I mean, to me it looks pretty nice. The design looks good. The beanie's not stretched, and that's how I do it. With the beanies, here's another design that I did. As you can see, this one looks pretty good. You know, like the letters looks tight. The design, I mean, it has like a good shape. Not like some others that, like I said, I've seen, like the fabric at the end is like over here like this, like stretch, you know. So this one is flat, and it's for a customer. So there it is, guys. So if you like the video, just give us a like and comment, and if you have any questions, you can give us send us an email or comment below, you know, whatever you guys think that we can improve this, or you can improve it, you know, like give us some ideas too, like how to do it. But this is the way I do it. I hope you like the video, and this is something helpful for you to how to do the beanies. Okay, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.